get set to send it to the stadium. A look at the man who's played cornerback could factor into the outcome of this one in a big way, if he's on his game. It's the 49ers going up against the Buccaneers. With that, let's hand it over to Brandon Gott and Charles Davis. They've got the call of this Week 12 matchup.
All right, Larry, we are at a site that's played host to 2 Super Bowls, and that's Raymond James Stadium in Tampa. Today, it's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we've got a good one in store between the San Francisco 49ers and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Hi again, everyone. Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. And, Charles, you take a look at this Buccaneer ball club. They come in losers of 2 straight, so they're trying to right the ship here a little bit.
They're teetering a little bit, aren't they? And now things could really go...
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll work his way across the 30 to the 32. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
All right, here we go. Green, 39.
They'll look to throw here. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
And they pick up a first down, and that came out of the fullback position. But as you and I both know, that doesn't necessarily mean that's a fullback playing in that spot.
Well, times have changed, right? The old school fullback doesn't really exist anymore.
We're not getting that same player out of college. With all the spread offenses, not very many pro style where you actually have a true fullback.
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. It'll be a loss of 10. And it'll bring up 2nd.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
Throwing right, and that's complete. Touchdown, 49ers. A big play there. His 5th touchdown. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. This is taken at the 3. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. So out come the Bucs now for their first drive. And leading him out, their veteran quarterback. And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Now that's the type of play that'll fire up a defense. Hold them to 1 yard on a first down run. It'll be interesting to see if the offense decides to press the run at all, or if they'll abandon it now after gaining only 1 on that play.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He's going to float this one deep right side. And that inside the 30. Touchdown, 49ers. They're dangerous. Wide receiver. His 4th touch. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. The 49er offense now making their way out onto the field. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They may have to make a few additional changes along the way because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. Second quarter now. Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis with you. It's the 49ers in control of the football. They're up against a 3rd and 2 to start things out.
We got 3, fellas. We got 3. Hurry up, here we go. Green, 39.
Looking to throw. It's a short Here, complete to his tight end. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue.
And there's another completion to the tight end. And let's face it, it is hard to overthrow a 6'6" target.
It is indeed. Quarterbacks like their speed guys. They like that huge 6'6" target that they've got in him.
They really do, and it reminds me of what one great time.
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack.
Holding offense.
So oftentimes you see defensive holding. Here it's offensive holding for the flag. So now the offense is facing a 1st down and 20 after that last mistake.
Green, 39. Green.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
I wouldn't be shocked at all right now if there's a look of surprise on the big fella's face because he had the route that he wanted, running the corner, and usually he's able to use his body and catch the football, but a really nice play by the defenders, able to knock it away.
Going to give this time to the tailback. And he'll get this up to about the 38-yard line. He'll get 3, but it leaves him with a big hole here on 3rd and very long.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. They get 15, but they still needed a little bit more. 4th down.
Boy, they had a lot of real estate to make up there, but what a big-time play for them. Nice completion, excellent gain. Now they're in 4th and manageable.
Just a little short, though, with that marker. And they'll play keep away from the returner as this one will be marked out of bounds at the 13-yard line. The 49ers offense now, they get set to head back on the field. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense.
A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should...
And the 49ers getting set to trot out there. And last time, 1-play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception.
He's got a convoy, and he might be gone. Touchdown, 49ers. A big... Following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. This is taken just shy of the 10 here. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. On the field now, here come the 49ers. And following that long touchdown pass, a 1-play drive last time, we'll see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust. One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-armed guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
And 15 yards there on the catch and run. And with that completion, he's now north of 200 yards here in the first half. Boy, a tough start for the secondary defensively.
It is, and it's got to put a dent in their confidence. And, you know, you always want to keep that up and feel like you can always bounce back after plays. But with the kind of numbers he's putting up here, it's starting to wear on them a little bit, I think. So they're looking at each other and trying to figure out what defense will work and how can they play better without getting beat deep for big passes.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. And he comes back with one complete. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains. And now with that completion, he's north of 200 yards here in the first half.
And he's going to break our statistician, Marvin, isn't he? Because Marvin right now is just tallying it up. Hope his hand doesn't hurt too much doing this, or keeps hitting the calculator. But my goodness, what a start he is off to. By the end of this game.
Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. So that means they're down to one remaining here as we head toward halftime.
All right, here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
Again, he'll drop to throw. And he will find his man on the end route. Complete. A nice pick up there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks. So in the second quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So he got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
Now back to throw. That is caught inside the 5. It's a 10-yard gain there, and it sets him up now first and goal. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
After all the preparation, all the practice, a play like that will absolutely break your heart. They had everything they wanted, just unable to complete it. In the end zone, a big-time drop.
He'll drop to throw. He's got time in the pocket. That's caught at the 2. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. And he's going to go out of bounds on the return. He won't even get this thing back to the 10. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This one taken from the 7. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. A look at the offense now here, coming back out on the road for their first possession of the second half. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
Yeah, how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he's going to take this up past the 10 to about the 11. 8 yards on the run, and that cuts this down to a 3rd and about 5. And this defense looks for one more stop here on 3rd after the run.
All right, here we go. 3-19.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Looking for his tight end on the corner. It's complete. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue. Now the offense lining up 1st and 10. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. He can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive. So it'll be first down here after the run.
But we always talk about good down and distance, allowing offenses to expand their playbook. Well, 2nd and 2, that means your playbook's wide open. You can run just about anything. But a lot of times, the play caller, he just looks down at his sheet, sees the short yardage runs, and goes to one of those. Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. And he'll give it here to his running back. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down.
Here we go now. Green.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Surveying the field. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. They'll give him 8 on the play, and that's going to bring up a 4th down.
Whether you're playing West Coast offense or not, one of the maxims of the West Coast offense is you're either throwing a touchdown or a check down. In other words, look for the big shot, but be smart. I think they did exactly that on that play. They didn't get the first down, but they're taking care of the ball well.
Yeah, and being rightly cautious with that lead here in the second half. It's a nifty return of 29 yards. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. The San Francisco offense getting their last-minute instructions before they take over here. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage. The big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive. They'll run it now out of the gun. They'll get only a couple down to the 44.
Well, I think we know by now that every run is not going to be broken and get all the way to the end zone. But these short ones still have their value. You can still set up your play action and throw the football. You control the clock because you have the ball and they don't. And often the physicality sets the tempo for the game.
And they'll run it here. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up a 4th down. Here's Bradley Pinion now as he's on to punt for San Francisco. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard. And now the 49er offense ready to go and getting back out onto the field. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Time for a break. Back to finish it off on EA Sports after this. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. They come out here in the eye. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
Now a handoff as they run left side. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. And the offense there, the O-line, everybody really on offense, they were just manhandled at the point of attack.
Yeah, you could pretty much call them all out, couldn't you? Almost by name, right? That was a very tough sequence for the offensive line. But how about that defensive front creating a new line of scrimmage and creating a lost yardage possibility? On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long distance